Hello.
Hi,
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine.
I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I'm well. How are you?
I'm good too. Are you in India or in Dubai?
I'm in Dubai.
Nice. I just imagined that only.
Yeah.
So there must be time difference, right?
Right, right. It's like one and a
So,
half hours. Like India is like if it's 2:30 p.m. here, so it's 4 there. So it's like 1.5 hours
okay.
difference.
Oh, I thought it was four, four hours of time difference. I must
No,
be.
no, that's okay. So should we start?
Uh, yes. But I'll start the recording 1 second.
Okay.
Recording in progress.
So, a very good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you so much for giving us your time. So shall we start the interview?
Yes, please.
So could you please tell me a little more about yourself? Like you are an all-rounder person, but still I want to know a little more about yourself.
Okay, so let's start with introducing myself to my viewers. So, it's been a long journey for me of becoming an award winning, writer, blogger, editor, speaker, and motivational woman. Like, initially, I thought all doors are shut because I was a mom of 3 kids and I was an expat woman in UAE. So everybody told me, your life is over, because at one point in time I was a corporate woman and then I took a career break to, concentrate on my family. So I just thought, everything is over. But then I have been always a person who stands up for the right things, and I don't really follow the societal norms. So I make my own journey. So I took it as a challenge that, I have to inspire more women and moms who are in my place and who are, feeling mellowed down because of this societal pressure. So like I told you, I'm an Indian expat in Dubai for the last 15 years. And educationally, I had done my master's in business administration and I had some teaching degrees as well. So, major part of my life was being a banker and an educator. But I realized my passion was in writing, because in college time also I used to be editor of my college. I was in St. Xavier's, Mumbai, and we used to have this political science journal named Politic, for which I was the chief editor. So that was something which I enjoyed and it came to me naturally. So I thought, why not, take this career break as a challenge to follow and pursue my dreams. So it just so happened that I won a writing contest in a popular newspaper, Khalij Times here, and my article and inputs were published in Khalij Times, and that was, the starting point. And after that, my inputs and everything started getting published in many newspaper websites, portals, and online media. So that gave me the required you know motivation and respect and appreciation. And it's always great that, you make a career path in something which you love and which you are passionate about. And writing, as I told you, used to come naturally to me. So that was the journey of me, which started like around 5 years back. And now I've got a lot of awards, and globally. And I feel it was the right decision to make, to follow my dreams of writing. Yeah.
So how did you get started as a speaker and a poet? Were you always inclined towards writing, or you developed the interest over time?
So, like I told you, I was good in writing, and I was, good at public speaking also. I had done, course in mass communications from Delhi, which is my hometown. So I was always, in the school and the college. Whenever there were some competitions, I was up for, writing poetry, articles, and speaking. Though I was very introvert at one point in time, so I used to have that stage fear. So I used to say I will write and somebody else can, go and speak. That was the initial thing, but then I realized if it is my work, it makes sense that I only recite my poems or speak about my thoughts. So generally taking little baby steps, I started writing poetry. I used to read books of Arundhati Roy, and I used to read books of Oprah, Sudha Murthy, and Rupi Kaur. So that developed my interest in poetry. So in exploring different genres of writing, because writing is a very vast arena. There are fiction books, there's non-fiction, there's poetry, there's articles. So generally, so that was something that poetry I used to, when I was small, I used to do rhyming poetries, and it used to always get published in school, and I used to feel very happy. So as I grew up, I started increasing the length of my poems, and getting used to more words from the dictionary. So that was something. But poetry was something I was very passionate about. So I started as a poetess, and gradually I started writing articles, and then I published my own books. So poetry was a starting point for me. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So, what was the most surprising thing that you learned while creating your books?
So, writing made me express in ways I may not otherwise be comfortable in doing. As I told you, I was very introvert. So, from being an introvert girl to being a confident and independent entrepreneur and writing coach today, I have come a long way. And I have surprised myself and many others with my hard work, persistence, resilience, and when I coach now the new writers, and when I win awards, it gives me that motivation and inspiration that I'm on the right path. And I have learned many aspects of my own personality which I was not aware of initially. Like I say, writing is not just putting some pretty words on the paper. It's like exposing your soul to the world, and what you really are at the core, you get to share that. So from being very shy girl, it was difficult to open up, but writing helped me to express myself, break boundaries, go against the societal norms, and make a mark for myself. Yeah.
So, is there any other book coming up? Isn't there already written a book which was award winning? So, is there any other books coming up?
There are a lot of books coming up, and I'm writing, but because of this pandemic period, things have become a little slow. But my three published books are out. My 25 anthologies are out, but there are some books which I'm still writing, like my journey from Delhi to Dubai, from being a banker to a blogger. So there are many books in the pipeline. So in future I plan to publish them, but they are still in the writing and drafting stages. So yeah.
I like the title, from being a banker to a blogger.
Yeah.
I like the title.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Please let me know once you have published this particular book.
Sure, why not? Yeah.
So, you manage so many roles in your life.
Yeah.
I just saw your Instagram profile.
Yeah.
So, what is your inspiration behind being a life coach, journalist,
Mhm.
influencer, and a poetess, and an award-winning author at the same time?
So I think it's essential to find inspiration from our own lives. So, as I have been an avid traveler and I'm very spiritual, so for that I have traveled many places and many, spiritual ashrams, which made me, connect to people, connect to new places, and see human behavior. So that was, which inspired me, that we are all one. It's just that we are into different paths in our journey, in our soul life. So I mean, traveling and gaining experience made me write books and come up with motivational videos. My special focus was on women, because I feel they are the cornerstone of the family and society at large, and they are the most neglected at times. So my whole motivation was to inspire and empower women, especially the mothers who think after a while their life is over. So I got inspired by meeting so many moms and so many women across the globe, and I got to know, like, they were all in the same boat and were all feeling little mellowed down because in family duties they had just lost themselves. So that was something which made me start writing, because initially at college level I used to write about politics, because English and political science were my major subjects. But gradually I drifted to write about life, women, spirituality, sustainability, travel, lifestyle. So currently I write on many topics, and I would say my inspiration have been women. Yeah.
So I think this is a one out of side question. How did you collaborate with Satya then?
So actually, being a blogger, we are associated with a lot of brands and lot of companies. So there is Danube Group here, which is into real estate properties, and Mr. Rizwan Sajan is the one heading it. And I have been to his lot of events, like film fair and Danube properties, and Sanjay Dutt was like the brand ambassador of the new James property this group was launching. So they had called me as a journalist to cover the event, because I have been editor in chief of Dubai magazine. So I have interviewed a lot of national and international celebrities. So it was my pleasure to meet him, and he had come with his wife, Manyata Dutt, and I have been his fan for long. So it was a fan moment for me to see him and take his inputs, as in what he feels about Dubai and the properties and everything. Yeah.
Even I was excited, given I have the desire of meeting the celebrities,
Yeah.
especially the most popular celebrities. I have a desire to meet them in future.
Yeah, I think you will. Because when you are a journalist and content writer and blogger, you get to meet these celebrities one way or the other in many events. And I think in Dubai, a lot of film fair events and a lot of IFA events keep happening. So we get the opportunity to meet them. So maybe one day you will get to meet them as well. Yeah.
So you have met like Sonam Kapoor or many other, or Anil Kapoor or any other actors celebrities you've met?
So I have met Sunny Leone, who was here, Noora Fatehi, and Kanika Kapoor, the singer. And recently there were a lot of celebrities which who had come for the IFA awards.
Yeah.
So Kriti Sanon and everybody. I had met. Kartik Aaryan was here to promote his movie. So I have met him, and so a lot of international and national celebrities, they keep coming here, and you get to meet them. Vivek Oberoi, these all celebrities from time to time, they keep coming.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I get to meet them. Yeah.
So any experience in life that taught you something and that still value you a lot in your life?
So when you are into the writing field, you evolve as a person, and you get to experience a lot of things, because once you're writing, you take life experiences of your own life plus people's life, and plus what's happening around you. So there have been a lot of experiences where I have been to ashrams, as I told you, spiritual ashrams, where I have met women who have left everything, and they have come there like Sadhguru ashram or something, and they just feel that now they are like aimless, so they want an aim in life. So after meeting them, I was so motivated to stay myself in the ashram only because of the peace. But then I realized my purpose is much different, because I am in a position to speak and write and change the mindset and transform people, especially women who are discouraged by the society. So those things really inspired me, and made me be confident that yes, I can make a difference, and I should make a difference, because we need to leave a legacy and give back to the society we are living in. We should not just live, okay, we are living a comfortable life, and luxurious life, and that's it. There has to be a bigger purpose in life, and writing made me find that purpose. Yeah.
That's nice. I mean, everyone should have a purpose, that I believe.
Right.
Should have an aim to reach, because
Yeah.
without aim there is no life.
Yeah.
This is what I believe personally.
Yeah. True that.
So what difference do you see between the present and the previous generations when it comes to reading?
So what I found is, like, today's generation, they want everything very quickly. So they are into quick fixes, and they would copy paste everything, because when I was heading a team as an editor in chief, and I had content writing interns under me, or people who were writing, I used to often find they used to copy paste from something, and they used to make, and I used to say, no, be original. I mean, I don't mind you saying I'm not comfortable writing this topic, I'm passionate about some other topic, but when you're writing, you should be original, because that is something which relates to the masses. Because if you copy paste somebody else's vision or writings, it shows. Unlike our previous authors who are very authentic, till date we read Rabindranath Tagore and other people, because they were very authentic in their writings. So this is something I find the present generation, they don't give value to. They are into copy pasting, or shortcuts. So I would advise them that you should be original and write something you're passionate about. So, like Benjamin Franklin used to say, that either write something worth reading or do something worth writing. So, it has to be either of the two. It should not be just writing for the sake of it. And my success mantra, if you ask me, it would be: define success on your own terms, achieve it by your own rules, and build a life you're proud to live. So you should do something new every day, conquer your fears. Till date, even I am learning. Have a can-do and student attitude. Right now, if somebody says me, you are a published author, you multi-award winning author, you don't need to, learn or read anything, you know it all. I said no. I try to, explore different genres, do different courses, keep on learning, because to be a good writer and reader, one must dedicate a time daily to read good books, read autobiographies, write daily. So these things, I think the newer generation has to develop, because even the legendary Leonardo da Vinci said, learning never exhausts the mind. So we should always be on the path of learning and growing. Yeah.
I mean, that's true, because I remember when I was doing my assignments of college.
Right.
So even not me specifically, but there were other people, other team members, who focused on paraphrasing.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
what is
yeah.
the point of creativity?
Right, right. It's as good as not writing than just writing for the sake of it, because it shows,
Yeah,
eventually it shows that you're copying, and everybody is interested in new things nowadays. What is your vision? Even if you write badly, at least you are being authentic and true, and you have to keep learning. I mean, develop your own style. I mean, I have my own style. Some other author might be having their own style, and if you have followers and viewers for your style, that makes more sense rather than copying everybody, because it won't matter in the long term, because it will show up. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Copying anybody, some will or someone will
right.
definitely recognize that you have taken this from
Yeah,
this
true, true.
particular
And
segment
nowadays
or
everybody is very strict with plagiarism and everything. I mean, you copy something, you write something, they catch it on on the spot. So it's not a good
yeah,
thing to do. I mean, you can get motivated, you can read, you can get inspired, but don't try to just copy paste it because it won't help you. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, do you think? So it reminded me the days when everyone used to say, do paraphrasing, it will be easy.
Yeah, yeah. Till date it happens. I have worked in a lot of agencies, and till date it happens, like when we are rushing at the timelines, we are told, okay, tell them to write anything, and but I always make it a point that I say, okay, whatever you can write, you write. And being an editor, I will edit it and make it more well, but don't copy. I can help you with that, but no point in copying, because that will just go out of hand. Yeah.
That's what. So, do you think the perception and analytical skills of younger
Hmm.
generation are a student to, I mean, are a stunted due to lack of reading?
True, with nowadays the technology world, with the gadgets and everything, I mean, we don't spend time in reading, especially the youngsters. They don't want to sit at
Yeah,
one place and read. They will just switch off gadgets and switch on and be. But I think even the pandemic has affected us adversely. So youngsters, they were not keen on reading, but now with the pandemic they are just wasting their time on the internet or something, and they are not reading, which they should do, because I think it's very important to have a reading and writing schedule and strategy. So they should keep some books of their interest, at their work table, and they should try and have a like 500 counts, something I will write today. They should develop this routine, and they should read good inspirational stuff, and from inspirational leaders, authors, because even I do that till date. I try and read autobiographies, and it doesn't matter even if you read one paragraph, one scene, or some quotes. Idea is to stimulate your mind. So, and also I believe you have to be physically active, and spend that time to take a break, short break. Don't quit just on the brink of a hat. Just go, take your time out, stimulate fresh ideas, and you can visit libraries nowadays. With Kindle you can read ebooks also. It doesn't have to be a bulky book that you have to hold in your hand. You can read through Kindle, and you can even listen to podcasts. The idea is to develop that habit. Otherwise it's very tough in this generation, and in this era of pandemic and taking things very easy. So we will not have much of readers and writers then in future, if this generation doesn't acquire that passion. Yeah.
yeah, that's what. Even in the morning, you sent the word file. I
Yeah.
was like, I mean, yeah. I was like, my
Yeah, I know, I know. Yeah,
what will I write?
yeah. So that's why nowadays, I mean, instead of I try to make the life easier because I know you people are very young and to actually read, write, and to make that effort. So I try to give them so that it can help them also, and it helps me also to put my message across, in the right way, rather than people will be struggling to, because nowadays nobody has the time because everybody is multi tasking, and I don't blame them because students also, they have a lot of things to do. I mean, people your age also, they have a lot of things, it's not just one thing. So we should help each other out and make life easier. Yeah.
You answered in such a way that my 98% work is done already.
Yeah. No worries, no worries.
Only I have to do is read the content that you said, and I have to put it in a very nice format.
You will have to edit also. Because I'm sorry, being a writer, I'm used to writing lengthy stuff, but you guys have to make an article, so you have to concise and edit. So that will be one.
That is the last step.
Yeah.
That is the last step.
Yeah. True.
Every time what happens is when I'm writing,
Yeah.
not just the interview articles, but the other articles.
Right.
Talking about the interview articles, if I write, what I do is I write the question,
Yeah.
and then the answer is set by the speaker.
Right.
Okay, so I edit that particular answer there and then only. I
Yeah.
don't wait that okay, first I'll complete the whole
Yeah.
question and answer. Then because
Yeah.
it takes a lot of time. So what I
Yeah.
did is I took this. Okay, I'm writing one answer.
Hmm.
I edit specific paragraph, and
Yeah.
then I'll go to next.
Right.
So it consumes the time.
Sure.
So only I have to arrange and edit.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
These two, I upload a picture. These two are left. They are very.
Yeah, you have to set up that thing, because if you wait for the whole thing to come, it becomes more tedious to edit the whole
Yeah.
stuff. It's better to have it in steps and finish it off.
Yeah, because I know what the speaker has said, so
Right.
I can put it in a very
Yeah.
in such a way that the words should be proper, the language should be there,
Right.
but it also should convey the meaning what the person is trying to say.
Yeah, true. It should make sense to the audience who is listening or reading.
Yeah, exactly, because after completing the whole lot of that
Yeah.
then going into editing part,
Yeah.
because sometimes, because I have faced earlier, sometimes it mismatched
Yeah.
the words with the meaning that the person is trying to
And
say.
it becomes difficult because as humans, our retention power is less, so we remember, like, if we say okay, this task also we'll do after after some hours, we tend to forget it, or we don't tend to remember the flow. So that's why I was saying, for youngsters also, I mean, they should make it a routine and strategy, because if they keep on putting it off, okay, I will write a 500 page essay in weekend, it never comes. But if you make it a daily practice, like, okay, I have to read, maybe start with a 2 page, I will read 2 page of a book, and I will write like 1 page daily. So if you become consistent, start small. It doesn't have to be you have to write a whole book, because everybody can't be an author and everybody can't be a public speaker. But you can take small steps, because writing and reading will help you throughout your life, no matter which career you take, because nowadays every career demands that marketing skills, that communication skills. It doesn't matter, you could be a very good student academically, but if you are not good at expressing yourself, be it in written word or speaking, then it won't take you to great laurels or gain you accolades. So you have to practice that. Yeah.
Thank you for making my work a bit easier.
No worries.
Actually, completing most of the work.
Good. I could help you out. Yeah.
So you have written so many books,
Yeah.
writing. So writing which book has been your favorite experience and why?
So till now, I have published three books which I have written. Rest of them have been anthologies. So my first book was a compilation of poems, which was something I believe in. Also, living life on own terms. In fact, my Insta handle also prior to my name used to be this only, that living life on my own terms, because I've always lived life on my own terms and I propagate that also. So through my poems, I mean, I was propagating people to live life on their own terms, not the societal this thing norms or expectations. And my second book, which came out, was Secrets of Life Hacking, which was articles on love, life, and my life experiences. And so the latest one, my travel book, Sonal's travel book, is my favorite. Reason being, because the in pandemic time we all have been very depressed and not been able to go out and travel. So at least I thought with this book I can make people travel virtually and feel happy, uplifted, because idea is to uplift and motivate them. And so this book has been my favorite, because I've got a lot of feedback from people that they have said, for 2 years we couldn't go anywhere, and you have traveled 13 countries in 13 years. So in 1 month we could travel to 13 countries by reading your book. And thinking that if you, being a busy mom and entrepreneur, can travel so much, why can't we? So that made me very happy that women and children and a lot of people from different professions contacted me and said, we loved your book, and it gave us hope, it made us feel better. So the idea ultimately is to make people feel better and positive about life and not give up. And especially in these COVID times, and everybody is very, restricted and in their home. So that was one of my book which made a difference and made people happy. So yeah. So people who have not till now read, they can go to Amazon and Kindle and read and travel virtually and feel happy. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, being a motivational speaker, could you please share the three biggest motivations in life?
So, as I told you, I have been a big fan of Oprah Winfrey, Sudha Murthy, and Arundhati Roy. I have been a big fan of their work, and I admire them. And being a staunch believer of women empowering women principle, I started my blog also on Insta. My idea was to inspire women all over the world with my writings. So, but for that, I firstly had to be motivated and inspired myself to go and inspire others. So I read all the autobiographies and books, and I heard their videos of powerful women who have made it on their own and who have come from a very middle class background, but they made it big and on their own terms, not having a regular job and making it big. So even in few months back, we had Emirates Literature Festival here, where I met Indra Nui and Alka Joshi and all these writers. Even the one who wrote the script for Vidya Balan's movie Shakuntala Devi, I met her as well. So I have got inspired by these powerful women, and so my work also reflects, because everybody tells me your work is primarily motivating women. What about men and children? I said, if women are taken care of, I mean, men and children are taken care of automatically, because women are the ones who are leading from the front. So I feel that they have to be motivated. So I pay attention to them, and like I said, I've been motivated by all the motivational and strong women. Yeah.
So, this is we have come to the last question.
Right.
What has been your building factors behind your passion for poetry?
So, like I said, I've always believed in living life on your own terms, and because I always believe that you can, and that means that you should have the freedom to, spend time with your family and have your financial
Yeah.
stability too, to follow your passion. So, writing, blogging, healing, coaching are my passions right now, because I want to, have that motto that I have to inspire women and help them pursue their passion in life. And for poetry, as I told you, I was fan of, a lot of famous poets. And my initial, idea was to help people with my thoughts and experiences. And I, watched a movie, The Secret, and that impacted me a lot. I read the book also later on. And so I thought, like you said, we don't like to now read long paras or books. So I thought poetry is a way to effectively put your point across, and it is like concise, so people read it and they get impacted also. So, like when I was part of Anand K and Emirates Literature Festival, I saw many poets. Rochelle Potkar had come and she was reciting some very good poems. So, such poets always inspire me, and I love, poetry from my end also, because it makes me connect to my audience very fast, make an impact, which is, difficult sometimes with long, articles. So yes, I think poetry is one thing which I'm very passionate about. And before we end this session, I would like to recite a small poem for all my viewers and followers worldwide.
Yes,
So,
please.
no matter how dark it is now, remember the sun will shine. No matter how hard it is now, your victory will surely arise. Thank you. And I wish
Very
everyone
nice.
all the best, you included. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And I wish you all the happiness comes your way, and
Thank you.
a great success to your books, which are in pipeline yet, but
Yeah.
they'll be soon coming out to all of us.
Yeah. It
And
was
thank you
nice
so much
talking
for
to
giving
you,
us.
and I look forward to the article on your website and on your Instagram page as well, the link to it, and my post. So I look forward to this video as well, so that my followers can also watch.
You definitely, you will get it in 3 days.
Sure, sure. Take your time.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much
Thank
for giving
you.
us your time, ma'am.
Thank you.
Recording
Bye.
stopped.